So in endurance racing, there's two races that are like the ultimate, like striving for, like the ones to watch. One of them is the 24-hour of Le Mans, and the other one is the Rolex 24 at Daytona. So one of the racing classes they run today is the Spec Miata. They call it the MX5 Cup. And man, it is some of the most competitive, fun racing you'll ever watch, because all the cars are equal. They all have the same parts on them. It comes down to your suspension setup, you know, like the dampening of the shocks, your alignment, stuff like that, and also driver, because everything else is supposed to be pretty equal to make it a really, really tough battle. And it makes for some good racing, especially here at Daytona when you have a really high-speed track, and so you'll get a lot of bump drafting going on. Now, they just started a run, and in turn 3 had a couple of Miatas already taken out because they're all in it to win it. They push 110%. It's wild. So I just got to meet a local for Lafayette legend, a gentleman named Bill Riley. Riley Motorsports, if you ever get a chance, look it up. They are actually running the 24 hours here at Daytona. And he's from Bro Bridge, like right around the corner from my house. Matter of fact, he has the original race car that I started wheel-to-wheel racing in, and he's fixing it up as a Lemons car again, and that's where I got my start. So really, really cool to run across him. Yeah, good. All right, guys, so this area is the LMP2 cars. They're kind of like a spec class, meaning everything is going to be the same. They'll have the same engines, same suspension, stuff like that. So really comes down to driver, but these things are ultra high performance machines. It's a 4.2 liter V8. 540 or 560 horse in these cars that weigh nothing. They're all carbon fiber and billet aluminum and like just amazing pieces of technology. And this is not the highest class. All right, something cool about the tires. All of the tires that you see with this tread pattern, Michelin has made them from 50% recycled or renewable materials. So that's what's up with that specific, they call it like an organic design. But this is one of the Cadillac cars. This is, can't wait to hear this thing. All right, so this is the area where all the cars have to meet their weight specifications for their class, and this is where they go through all of their inspections to make sure that, you know, they're not breaking the rules. So over there's the scales, the cars drive on it, they get weighted, make sure that they weigh the proper amount for the class they're running in. This is where they do some of the underbody inspection to make sure that, you know, everybody's using the parts that they have designated for them and stuff like that. And that's one of the BMW LMP cars. It's a modern hybrid, so half electric, half internal combustion setup. Yeah, I think this is BMW's second or third year running in this particular class. And the cars are gorgeous. I'm gonna put a little, either a picture or a video where I can find the front of the car. Just, yeah, unreal. Alright guys, so this is the GTP cars. Still got rules, but less limitations, bigger engines, more horsepower. The manufacturers really get involved heavily in these things. Got Porsche, got Cadillac, BMW, Acura. Just this is kind of the pinnacle of IMSA. And these guys are going to be running for 24 hours straight. Unbelievable. All right, y'all. I just ran into an old friend of ours. He is now on the Porsche team. He does the front suspension and the interior. And so, unfortunately, I couldn't record it. But he did give me a full tour of the Porsche. Oh my God, the suspension is unreal. The power plant, we were talking about the battery, it's like he said 400 to 600 volts. The power plant is 680 horsepower, twin turbo setup, twin turbo V8. The electric motor is in the old bell housing, all carbon fiber. He was telling me how right now they're struggling to make weight. They're trying to get the car as light as possible. And he said they have full Porsche backing. He says they're taking parts right now at the track, taking off the aluminum parts and putting plastic parts in that are being 3D printed and shipped over, and taking off the metal parts and putting aluminum parts, and taking off the plastic and putting carbon fiber, and doing all this at the track. That is unbelievable. He says it's crazy. They got like 4 18-wheelers here worth of backup equipment, and just that was awesome. Yeah, really cool. Oh man. If you've never been to Daytona, it is pretty awe-inspiring.
That's how you're working for Jimmy and Howard? Oh, shoot.
Photo shoot. All the behind the scenes stuff. this is the Cadillac upstairs of the pits. Downstairs is where all of the mechanics are, all the tires. So, gonna do a track walk.
Stadium seats. What?
Oh yeah.
You imagine?
Got a wheel turned in, then the car tries to rotate. That's what happened to Henry. Yes. So I told and I explained to Henry, you have got to be straightening your hands out here. You're gonna lose the car over there. I've seen it happen so many times because this camber, you lose the camber at the end of this. Right over there. And so the car's gonna have grip coming out, and you're gonna keep trying to turn it right, you know, because this is such a long turn, you have to hold the steering, and as it builds speed, then you start losing the rear end on it. So you've touched over there, you popped out again over here, and you're gonna go back, and you can see where people have been trying to, they've been actually hanging 2 tires off right up here, trying to.
That bank out here.
No, and that's what, yeah, like I said, that's what happened to Jeff. He lost the car through here, and I don't know exactly what happened. But he ended up
I can't express enough how steep this is. Look, there you go. And I'm not even at the steep part yet. It's wild. I don't know how to give a visual. So, how steep is it?
Pretty steep. Yeah, we got plenty of time since we took the other car. So I'll show you the tool angle.
It is legit a Stairmaster going up. Yo, like legitimately have to hold this to stay up here. That is ridiculously steep. Yeah. Crazy. Oh man, I'm gonna bite it. That's wild.
Every time that they got on the bank, the car would go into fail-safe mode, and they couldn't figure it out. So literally went home, could not race the 2 weekends later for the first race of the season and the first race in those cars.
Well, I had decided to do my slowest lap ever around Daytona. Going down the back straight, got about a quarter of a mile before I get to the bus stop. This is so cool. All right, guys. So, in a lot of the Sims and in real life, this number 2 sign coming up right here, might not be able to see it with all my shaking. That's where my braking zone begins. Because up there is the bus stop. Hard left, hard right, hard left. Back onto the banks. Coming into the bus stop, gotta hit the apex. Good job, they're staying off my racing line. Get off the racing line, what are you doing? You can't park there. So, you want to clip your right tires on this, be a wide open throttle, and barely hold the next apex to get as much speed as you can down on the straightaway and banking. Oh, that is so tempting. Nope. Coming up on the rear, high bank. This is a long run. Not really. Makes you respect how fast I do it in a car. Jeez. All right. Coming off the back banking, getting ready to come down the front straight. Getting ready to pass by pit entry. One thing they say about Daytona, do not go on the grass. I'm beating someone. He didn't stand a chance. I kind of feel like Lightning McQueen crossing line with 2 flat tires. Here we go. Did it. Well, everybody, that was a practice day at Daytona. How was your day?